to look at me. So tell me your full name
It's Dewey Edward Gill,
and your date of birth is.
November 26, 1925,
You were born where? Where'd you grow up?
in Mississippi.
Okay, what part?
Well, I was born in Wren, which is not far from Amory.
Mhm.
I lived in 3 different places. Ended up in Hamilton, Mississippi, which is just north of Columbus. And I was a farm boy.
How many in your family?
There would have been 10. There was 8 kids and my mom and dad.
Okay, big family.
Big family.
Yeah.
Well, farmers had big families.
Yeah.
And,
Did you go to high school there?
went to Hamilton High School, graduated from there. 1943. Makes it a difference.
When did you enter the military?
January of 1944. I was 18 in November.
Mm-hmm.
You can edit it if you want to. I tried to enlist, but my dad wouldn't sign for me, so I had to wait till they drafted me.
Okay. And so you were drafted
Right.
and went into the Navy. What did you kind of walk me through from the time you were drafted and went to training and all?
Okay, I was drafted, and at that time they were letting us choose branch of service. All of them needed personnel, so I chose the Navy, went to San Diego to boot camp, and was selected for radio school, aviation radio school. I went to Millington, Tennessee, and finished there. Went to gunnery school at Purcell, Oklahoma. From there, went to Miami. Was going to go through crew training in Miami, and I was too tall for the airplanes they were selected from it, TBFs, TBMs. So they sent me to Jacksonville Gunnery School. It's a place called Yellowwater. It's out of Jacksonville. Then I finished crew training at Jacksonville in PBYs. Was en route to San Diego again to go to radar school when Japan surrendered. So that was no longer any good. They closed the school down. And I finished my Navy time as a shore patrol in Corpus Christi. Got out in 46, re-enlisted in 48. Spent almost 2 years in Key West, Florida, as a aviation radio man. Flew into TBMs, TBFs. The difference being one was made by Martin, one by Fairchild. That's the reason the designated is different. Got out, went into my civilian life. I was hired as a tower operator in Columbus, Mississippi. California Eastern Airways had a contract with the federal government to train pilots to fly. They were using a lot of ex-military pilots as instructors because they could do a better job than the volunteers or the draftees, either one.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent 6 years with them, and then I applied with the federal government, got a job at air traffic controller in Birmingham. I spent 30 years there, retired in 1987.
Air traffic control, was that a pretty stressful job?
To me, it wasn't. To me, it wasn't. to some people it is, but of course there's jobs that would be stressful to me. That's not to the people that already knows the profession.
Yeah.
It was, I enjoyed it.
That just worked out fine for you.
Worked out
Okay.
great for me. And for any time after that, I retired.
Sure.
Spent 15 years doing what my wife decided we was going to do. We traveled some, and after 15 years, I started driving for used car dealers. We'd go pick up cars, and finally I started driving for Enterprise Car Sales.
Mm-hmm.
Worked with them for 6 years, and finally retired when I was 2012, 87 years old.
And then you started, well, sometime after that, you started.
In 2014, I started shooting pool.
Tell me more about that.
Okay, my daughter and her current husband were already shooting pool, and in fact, their team went to Las Vegas to the World Championships, and they got married while they was in Las Vegas, and they had a small combo that used to play at the billiard parlor, the pool hall or billiard parlor, whatever.
Yeah.
And so she wanted me to listen to them. So I drove down one night and listened to them play. In the intermission, she wanted me to shoot pool with her. So I was beating her occasionally. So her team was playing that night, and before I left, I was on that team. And I've been on that team ever since. I'm still on that same team.
Wow.
In fact, we played tonight. That team will play tonight.
That's
She's
a good
no
story.
longer. My daughter's no longer on that team, but she joined me on Thursday night team.
All right.
And of course, I told you, but not on the video that
Exactly.
I'm on 5 teams. So I shoot Monday through Friday, every night.
What times?
Games or competition starts at 7 o'clock, and whatever time it's over, I have shot as late as 2 o'clock in the morning, after midnight. But that's not usual. It's usually 11 o'clock, 11:30.
Okay. Well, that sounds fun.
Oh, it is fun. When it quits being fun for me, I'm gonna quit playing. I just enjoy it, and it keeps me occupied. I can't say it keeps me young, I don't know about that, but it keeps me going anyway.
Keeps the mind sharp too, I would think.
Well, see that laptop?
Yeah.
I play games, I stay busy. And I like jigsaw puzzles, and I like crossword puzzles. So I keep my mind active.
Good. So going back to your time in the service, even though you didn't see
I didn't see combat.
any combat or action,
I was stateside the entire time.
you tell me what was some of the most enjoyable parts of it, or was it just coming home?
No, actually, while I was in, I got a pair of roller skates, and when I had Liberty, that's where I was, at a roller rink somewhere. And of course, you meet girls there too.
Yeah.
And I was an extremely shy person in high school. In my entire high school, I had one date, didn't
Same
make,
here.
I didn't make it, my brother made it for me. And he didn't make it for the girl I wanted to make it. But anyway, being in the Navy, I found out about girls. And I liked it. So, and you'd be surprised at the attention I get. I think mostly because of my age, but at the boat hall, we have a lot of women. Most are married, and there's nothing going on, but they all kind of gravitate. When I'm there, I'm talking to some of them all the time. It's great. Other than the time I was married, I'm having the best time of my life right now.
Very good.
And it's because of the pool.
I'll let the,
You'll get that on that too.
yeah. At least it's not 7 or 8 o'clock.
Or 12.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's nothing to do with what you're asking. If that thing, if I let it run down, it don't strike, I'll wake up.
Your
It
body's
don't-
conditioned,
It don't.
or your head's
I
mine.
don't hear it. But if it don't go off, and I've 1, 2, 3. I had 4 striking clocks in Birmingham. I've got one now that's working right. And same thing there. I'd have them. This wasn't in my bedroom, but I could hear it from my bedroom. And if those clocks didn't strike, I'd wake up for some reason.
Interesting. Okay.